welcome to City Girl Gardening. I'm Dee, your City Girl Gardener, and I'm out here this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of this bok choy and get it out of this bed because I'm still in the process of getting this bed moved over, pulling the other bed beside it over so that we can make sure we're clear of the windows as we get our new windows installed into our house. I just want to move these beds away from the window so nothing can fall in and contaminate my soil. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this bok choy harvested. In this bed I planted some of the tiny bok choy. I did a medium-sized bok choy and then I did a bigger variety of the bok choy. So I have 3 different varieties here in this bed, along with some carrots. I didn't have a good carrot seed germination rate, but I do have a few that did pop up in the bed. I'm going to see kind of where they are with their growth, and if they're not growing very well, I am going to just go ahead and just pull those up and get this bed and stuff moved. But join me as I go ahead and get started on harvesting my bok choy. I want to show you guys one of the, when I say I did a tiny variety of the bok choy, this is what it looks like. Little tiny variety. And I'm just cutting the bok choy at the base, cutting it off of the root that goes in ground. I do have a sink of warm water that I already made and I put inside some salt, because when I get these into the house, I'm going to drop them into that water just so that if there are any of the little small caterpillars or anything, worms, that may have, that might just be laying. This is the other variety. This is the one that's a little bigger than the tiny bok choy here. We're going to harvest all of these as well. Because of the temperatures going from cold to warm to hot, back to cold, it is causing the brassicas, which are your green leafy vegetables, it's causing them to be confused. They don't know if they should grow out, bulb up, head up, or if they should grow flowers. And because of that, I had a few of the bok choy to bolt, which means they started growing flowers. As you guys saw in the video that I posted with my garden tour. And then as you can see here, here is one of the bigger varieties of the bok choy. When you guys see it in the grocery store, it's all like, it has been tied up and it kind of looks sort of like this. Well, this is what it looks like when it's first pulled out of the garden before the farmer or the gardener ties it up and trains it to kind of close up and bunch up for the grocery store. I'm going to show you guys one of the bok choys that it has grown out. However, it hasn't fully bolted, meaning growing a flower, but it is in the process of growing a flower. You can see here where the seeds have started to form, and it does actually have a little small, very teeny flower there, and it's because of this weather. Some people say, hey, you can still eat it, just break off the part that has the flower, but when crops begin to bolt, they don't take on the taste that they should have. They're very bitter, and I don't want to eat any bitter plants. But what I am going to do is the ones that I am leaving, that I'm not going to take into the kitchen, I am going to cut these up here, and I'm going to feed these to the chickens. And see, this is what it looks like before I'm cutting it off of the stem. This is the bottom part here. As you can see, this is where it actually starts to bud and grow out, and I just usually just cut it from there, and that's how we get our bok choy. But I'm gonna get those chopped up for the chicken. For my ladies back there, they always know that when I come out and I start pulling stuff, that they're gonna get a treat. So whenever I come to the door, they have gotten trained to run to the door and watch me out in the garden. I have pulled up all of the bok choy that I am going to take into the house and prep for dinner or the freezer. I will post some pictures and videos of me preparing the bok choy, getting it ready. I may roast some in the oven this evening. And I do have 3 carrots that have come up, maybe even 4, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just pull those up and get this bed moved over. I do have some projects that I do have in store for the garden. So the garden is going to continue to grow, and it'll grow just as much as I would like for it to grow. And so I thank you guys for following me along as I harvest my bok choy. I am going to get this into the water that I left in the sink in the kitchen. There's salt in that water, and I'm going to let it soak in there, so to make sure that there's no bugs or worms on it, and if so, that salt will cause them to come out and it will kill them. And I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff chopped up and prepared to be roasted, blanched, put in the freezer for later. But isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. That one looks like a little worm or bug or something eating on that. But this is one of my little tiny bok choy. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for following along and continuing to support me in my garden journey. And go over to my Facebook, City Girl Gardening. Like, share, comment, follow me along. Go to my YouTube channel, City Girl Gardening 803. Like, share, comment, subscribe, get notifications of every time I post a full video on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in, and bye-bye.